Okay, with misinformation floating online, it can be hard to determine what is true and false, especially in the world of health and wellness.
You bet. Thankfully, our resident wellness contributor and host of the Feel Goodery podcast, Kyle Buchanan, is back and is here to help us out with another round of the Kyle Files. Are ready to dive right in?
We're diving. We're going for it. Lots of good stuff today.
Okay, first question comes from Kate in Burnaby, BC, who asks, is liquid chlorophyll worth it?
Okay, so liquid chlorophyll is this green drink here. Liquid chlorophyll is a concentrated form of chlorophyll, which is the pigment in plants that give them their green color and is essential for photosynthesis. Now, in animal studies, chlorophyll does have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and even anti-cancer properties, but it's worth noting that, human research is sort of lacking in this. Some people take it for its ability to reduce bad breath and body odor and do report success with it, even though there's not a ton of research backing that. But I do like taking sort of real world evidence into account. At the end of the day, if money is no object, you can absolutely add chlorophyll to your water. In my opinion, it'll only add more nourishment to you. But if you're looking to spend money strategically, I would opt for something like chlorella or spirulina, which we tried a couple of weeks ago, which are algae that do contain a ton of chlorophyll. Anything green is really rich in chlorophyll, but also added vitamins and minerals that you wouldn't get just for the chlorophyll.
Okay, and this again helps with bad breath and body odor?
It can. Theoretically.
Are we beat you to
it? Let's test this out.
Okay. You're going to pass it to me.
Real-time evidence.
No, I was just going to beat you to the punchline.
What do we think?
Oh, yeah.
This one's mint flavored, so it's a little bit better.
Yeah, it's nice.
You smell amazing.
Yeah, do it.
Wow, just like that.
How am I?
Much better.
Okay. It's a win. Okay, 1 for 1.
Okay, let's go to Red Deer, Alberta next. Claudia asks, what are your thoughts, Kyle, on the headline that intermittent fasting can increase your risk of cardiovascular death?
Oh, guys. Ow. Okay, so strap in a little bit. In March, a headline came out based on really way too early research suggesting that people who eat all of their food within an 8-hour eating window or intermittent fast may have a 91% increased risk of cardiovascular death. So this made huge headlines and, in my opinion, really jumped the gun. There's a lot of issues with it. One, it's not peer-reviewed yet, so other experts haven't scrutinized it. Two, it was an observational study, which means people had to remember and recall what they ate and when, which is always prone to error. And they only did this twice in the beginning of this 8-year period. So they assumed that these 2 days of people remembering were indicative of a person's 8 years worth of eating. And three, other factors like lifestyle and nutritional content wasn't taken into consideration. So there's a lot of others. But let's play devil's advocate, right? In trying to kind of explain these results, researchers noted that those who did have a shorter eating window had less lean muscle mass, which has been linked with a higher risk of cardiovascular death. So maybe, if we're talking, this is hypothesizing now, maybe it's nutritional value. With intermittent fasting, I've talked about it before, you want to make sure you're getting enough protein when you do eat. So all this to say, don't get scared. Take this headline with a major grain of salt. In my opinion, intermittent fasting can be a really useful tool for the right person, provided you do it in the right way, meaning you eat quality foods when you do eat, and you also don't overdo it. But headlines like this really, they add to the confusion that we all have, right? But they're, major grain of salt with water.
Okay, there you go. It's not a recipe, just, theoretically. Okay, we talked about this at the beginning of the show, and you're going to help us out on this whole Oatzempic trend.
Have you seen this on TikTok?
I have.
Okay. So Oat Zic has been trending on TikTok with users saying it's helped them lose a lot of weight. So essentially, you replace your normal first meal of the day with Oat Zic, which is this here. If you want to give
water,
oats, I made it for you.
Lime in here.
Yeah, so water blended with a half cup of raw oats, lime juice, and that's it. You blend it together, and you drink it down first thing in the morning instead of your first meal.
Oh, Kyle.
It's not the best. It's not the best.
That should come with a warning.
I know. But let's break it down. Okay. So this has about 150 calories, which is a lot less than your normal first meal of the day. And regularly cutting calories for one meal a day can lead to weight loss. Additionally, the fiber from the oats make you...
My stomach is gurgling. My taste buds are on tilt.
It was so it was great. I like the audio. So the fiber in the oats help you feel more full, which is the only reason it's sort of like Ozempic. You have that full feeling. Otherwise, it has nothing to do with it. And fiber also helps you stay more regular, which helps you feel lighter and also remove weight from the stool, which has weight. So in theory, And in practice, as people are doing, yes, this can help you lose weight. Is it the best way long term? No. For a meal replacement, this is very low in protein, which doesn't help long term for weight management. And raw oats are higher in phytic acid, and they can be really hard on the gut for some people. So all this is
tell me about it.
Well, we heard,
right.
it.
Case in point. So I would sooner do either add a protein powder to this or get a formal meal replacement shake, which I know is more expensive. Oatzempic is cheap. But a meal replacement shake will have protein and fiber, vitamins, minerals, but still lower in calories than most meals. So you will achieve that calorie deficit if that's the goal. It's not a win, but it is technically whole foods, right? So
yeah. I will say this: lower in calories and taste. Low in taste.
You won't want to eat anything for the rest of the day.
Yeah. All right, you got a health and wellness question. You can send it to Kyle on Instagram at @It'sKyleB. Kyle, good to see you as always. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being troopers, you two.
Okay.